Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. Today I just wanted to talk to you about something that happens sometimes with online dating and interacting with people. Um, some people, they are evasive and they throw up red flags right from the start. I had an interaction recently with a middle-aged woman, and I'll tell you, it was quite confronting. Um, So I figured, why not break it down and show you exactly what I mean when I say that some people just aren't worth your time. So let's get into it. So I matched with this woman on a dating app. Her profile says she's open to all ages, willing to move anywhere for the right person, which already felt a little bit off. On top of that, she only had one photo of herself. But I thought, okay, I'll give her the benefit of the doubt. Um, I actually asked her if she had more photos, and she then uh, messaged me first on my phone, and she said she had the day off. So we start talking, just exchanging pleasantries like you normally would at the start of an interaction. Um, so then at that point, I just start trying to feel out like who she is. She says she's a simple woman, just looking for a nice guy, and that she is a nice person. Fair enough. So I then ask her some simple, direct questions. Stuff like her relationship history. Nothing invasive, just basics. Things like have you been single for a while? What kind of relationship have you had recently or in the past? Um, and in saying that, I'm upfront about my history before I ask her. So I've told her my history. And my thinking is, if people are looking for a relationship, both people deserve to sort of know know what the history is and try and understand if you're compatible, right? So I'm also looking to see how open and forthcoming she is. Anyway, instead of answering, she starts dodging the questions. Um, she gives me nothing, just generic statements again. I'm nice. I'm looking for a nice guy. That's when bells start going off in my head. If someone can't answer a basic question like, how long have you been single? Well, that tells me there's a whole lot more going on and a lot of things they're not willing to talk about. Uh, and you know what? I'm not into dating to become someone's therapist. So I give her another chance. I ask again in a way that lets her open up without pressure. Something like, hey, I'm just trying to get to know who you are. You don't have to tell me every detail, but I'd love to know a bit more about your past relationships. And guess what? Yes, more evasion. At this point, I know exactly what's going on. She's likely hiding something or she's emotionally unavailable. Anyway, then, because earlier I'd asked her what type of relationship she wanted, as it seemed like she was indicating she wanted a low pressure, like casual thing, she says something about an intimate act and that she doesn't sleep around. Well, you can imagine my surprise at that. Uh, that had not even entered my mind at that stage. But anyway, then out of nowhere, she starts getting even more defensive. I wasn't rude. I wasn't pushing her. At this stage, I wasn't doing any of that. I was just asking basic, reasonable questions, and yet she acts like I'm interrogating her. Anyway, to me, that just seemed like, more walls being put up, more red flags. If someone gets aggressive or defensive over simple conversations, especially about past relationships, it probably means one of three things or a combination. They've got unresolved issues, they're not emotionally available, or they're hiding something. So then, out of nowhere, the abuse starts with all sorts of language and basically just totally off the rails behavior. I literally had to block her because I'd asked her to please stop doing that, and she just continued, and it was going on and on. I had I just had to block her. That was it. So, what's the key takeaway here? Simple. If someone's evasive from the start, walk away. If they can't answer basic questions about their past, it means their past is controlling them, and you don't want to be the next person caught up in their mess, or, like I said, becoming a therapist. Now, this woman was a middle-aged, mature woman, but a confident, mature person will have no problem saying something like, "Yeah, I've been single for this long," or "I've had a couple of relationships," or "I've been married and I've been divorced now for this long." Anyway, that's the kind of person you want to start investing time in because they're going to be open with you, and then you can find out things about them and you can share things and find out if you're going to be compatible together or whether to pursue or put effort into in going further. So to everyone out there, yeah, don't waste months trying to figure out who someone really is. Um, I'd suggest ask important questions really early. If they dodging, get abusive, get evasive, well, then you've got your answer. So that's it for today. If you like this breakdown, just hit the like button, subscribe, and also drop a comment below. Maybe even share your experience. Have you had something like this happen to you? Have you had something where you've given out your contact information and then someone just starts getting abusive over basically nothing? Anyway, until next time, stay safe out there and yeah, have a good day. Cheers for now.